are watching My Logic. I have two amazing, wonderful guests today. First and foremost, I have Vanessa Graddick.
Hey, boy.
So what you got going on, Vanessa?
Girl, just working. Right now, I am producing on a game show. Funny you should ask.
Yes, I've been seeing the billboards everywhere. Yep. They have one in NoHo. I saw one in Hollywood.
We just got those up because we're starting on CBS, actually, September 9th.
Oh, congratulations. So network move.
Mm-hmm. We're between The Talk and Dr. Phil, I think.
Wow, that's amazing. Congratulations. And I know it's different wearing that producer hat, right?
Man.
It's a better move, too. People don't know all the money is behind the camera.
I still like being in front of the camera, but there is something about being able to write your stuff and see it come to life in front of you. So
absolutely. That's amazing because a lot of people don't know. It's like when you go to Beverly Hills, because Buddy Lewis is a writer. We're going to get to Buddy Lewis. Is that a lot of those houses over there in Beverly Hills is owned by behind-the-scenes people. Producers, writers. Yep. Now, it doesn't mean they didn't have in front of the camera, like, talent at one point. But it's just, like, owned by a lot of behind-the-scenes. I think that's a place where you can live forever. Because it seems like sometimes when you're in front of the camera, it can go in waves.
All the time.
Then, or you could be famous and just poor. Like, I've seen that a lot. I've had famous people ask me, famous people ask me, are you going towards Hollywood? Could you drop me off? I'm like, sir, I grew up watching you. You got some gas money? Nah, I'm gonna catch you once I get that next movie deal. I've been waiting 5 years. And then I have my amazing guest friend also, Buddy Lewis.
What's up, D Springs?
Writer, creator.
Oh, I'm all of that. Keep going.
Producer,
just keep going.
Stand up. Oh, stripper. I ain't never saw the moves, girl.
Yeah.
You said it like you seen them in the G-string.
I can't unsee it.
Hey, listen, sometimes you got to do what you got to do when you were in front of the camera. Things drop off.
I mean, I had already seen you acting on TV before I moved here.
You know, I've done my thing. I do a little bit of this, a little bit of that. But, you know, I stay busy.
I love to have comedians on here because it's crazy is when I first came out here, I used to like look up to you guys and watch you.
What?
Yeah. It's crazy because it was like...
You sound like I'm ancient. I used to watch you, Captain Kangaroo.
I ain't young, so this is why we say look up to. I'm young and spry. Look up to Buddy over there.
I mean, just the fact that I was just out here, you see people like, okay, I see what you're doing. I remember seeing Buddy Lewis on Tuesday nights all the time.
I do my thing.
But that's on the main stage.
Man, the first time I went up was at Buddy's show.
Oh, for real?
Buddy and Kim Whitley. They the first people that ever paid me to tell a joke.
See, I make careers.
Hey.
I'm a producer.
And with that $20, I was able to get back home.
Hey, you got something.
And you were able to transition to having billboards.
Hey.
In one of the biggest cities in the world.
Man.
Doing it. Yeah, congratulations, V. Graddick.
Thanks,
you know now Buddy Lewis want to cut.
No, I just want a job.
Okay, with that being said, that's going to transition us into our first topic, actually. Our topic today is men are intimidated by strong women.
Since when?
Weak men are intimidated by strong
exactly.
women.
What you say, buddy?
I say I'm intimidated only at a Tabo class. A strong chick. I've seen some.
Like an AJ Johnson?
Yeah.
She look like she can fight.
Man, listen,
like with technique.
Yes.
It's nothing
muscle.
more embarrassing than being in a Tabo class and there's a 7-month pregnant chick outdoing you.
That's when you need to work out at home.
That's when you
just
need to do
go
something.
home,
You need to work out before you go to Tabo class.
You don't need to work out in public.
With you being a successful stand-up comedian, actress, producer, would you say that it's intimidating to men?
I think, like I said before, I think to weak men. Like weak men who can't handle it.
When you say most are?
I'm not going to do that because I know some strong brothers who I appreciate. But it's hard out here, especially because everybody thinks they're in competition.
That's the thing. Everybody's in competition in LA. I think that if we lived other places,
it'd be a little different.
Yeah, oh my God.
Because out here, it's like,
punching me out, just knocking out raining dicks, just knocking dicks everywhere. No, not dicks today.
That sounds like me yesterday.
Dicks.
No. But I don't understand it. Like, dudes will be in competition with us out here. I'm like, we'll never have the same role. I can't play a dad, no matter what I identify with today. I can't do it. But they still coming for us like we're their competition. I'm not.
I think sometimes
I think it's a competitive city.
Well, yeah,
100%.
I would agree with that. There's a lot of competition out here for a small amount of work. It's like being in the NBA. You got 7,000 people competing for 500 jobs. It can be difficult, but I think the thing about
that's crazy that you mentioned the NBA, because you never see too many players that play the same position that are friends. Like D Wade and LeBron James can be friends. They in totally two different positions, but you never see a LeBron friends with another LeBron player position. I don't know the positions here, but I just noticed that I never see two NBA niggas of the same height, body, stature, and everything playing against each other and friends off the court. I never see it, because
unless one of them's warming the bench.
And he trying to have a friend, so it's like, yo, man, put a word in for coach so I stay on the team.
Exactly. But no, I think men, being a man, there's nothing wrong.
Let me see.
No, hey.
I'm just messing with you.
I
think that you want a sister that's strong, but there's a difference between strong, bossy, and intimidating. In the sense that hey, listen.
Okay, but we're not talking about me right now.
Listen.
Okay. Stay on the subject, because we're not talking about
and first of all, this is another thing. I think a misconception a lot of women have. I don't need you to be strong.
Okay.
I don't need you to be strong. What if a man has a woman? I need your femininity. I need your love. I need your compassion. I don't need you to be a man. I'm not trying to be in a relationship with another man. And that's what I'm getting to. What does strong mean to you? And what I mean is, I don't need you to. If we're out and something happens, I don't need you to put your dukes up.
But I realize women have to be strong in relationships where the man isn't strong enough, or the alpha male.
Does that
so
mean?
Which is mean a woman becomes very strong, hardened, and bitter when a man is not taking care of the household, not providing, not standing up for her. Then it's like you have to compensate, right, as a woman, and you be identified as a strong black woman. Or sometimes you identified as a strong woman too, when you just don't tolerate bullshit. So I want you to go to work every day.
What we need to do too is, as women, as strong women, we also need to know how to take that back seat to a strong man. Like, a lot of us have been single and doing this shit by ourselves for so long.
How about that?
That when somebody else comes in, we don't know how to let them be a man. I'm not picking up shit if there's a dude around me. Like, nothing. Can I do it? Yes. I'm not opening no doors. I'm not doing it, because we're emasculating men trying to be this strong black woman.
And let me. This is another. I used to tell this joke on stage. There's a strong and independent also means you strong and alone. Sometimes alone and independent.
I choose to be alone.
I
don't like his attitude.
I don't like the attitude. The tone or your concept.
There we go.
But sometimes I have to admit that sometimes being a strong woman also is a generational curse.
Yeah.
Right?
It can be.
So it could have been something that actually started doing slavery. The father is sold off, the mother has to take care of everybody, then it's passed on, and then we went through phases of, like, in this country in particular.
But it's some strong black slaves. I'm gonna just tell you right now.
Yeah. But hands got just full of callus, whole hand full of callus. That's a strong slave right there.
There were no weak slaves.
You like, mama, I know you're trying to rub my neck, but you're cutting me up with your sandpaper hands because you're strong.
Hey, I'm just trying to tell you, there were no weak links that came across that boat. See, that's a misconception about that.
Well, no, weak links already here and survived.
Exactly. That's what I'm trying to say.
I'm one of them black people. Black people was already here. We was world travelers.
Hey, well, I'm just saying, as we use sometimes that the slavery thing as a crutch to say why we aren't better, or why things aren't happening for us in one particular area or another. But I say this also: there were there were anybody that made it through all of that. You got to be strong of mind, strong of will, strong of strength. That and we are the descendants of kings and queens that came from another place. They were taken from another place.
All of us were kings and queens. Now, I know a couple people that I know they was descendants of peasants, but go ahead.
All
I'm saying is
everybody can't be a king or queen. It's usually only one king or queen, like in a royal family. We learned that from coming to America.
Listen, no. What I'm saying, what I say is this: if you learn your history, there were groups of people that sold other people when they got conquered, and some of those people were princes, kings, and queens that were sold into slavery or were bonded out basically to these people on ships going nowhere, and so coming to this country. And so all I say is that anybody that's a descendant of all that abuse, all that torture, all that psychological warfare, you've got to this point. I understand that there's some things you need to work out, but that's not being weak.
You have to be strong.
You have to have been strong to do that.
I've heard a lot of other people say that Black women in particular don't have, what is it,
femininity?
Femininity. Thank you, because I need help with that.
That's all right.
My brain don't always work.
But
I can read out loud.
I disagree with that.
Black women don't always have that. That's just something that we're too strong, that other cultures aren't as strong. But here's the thing, it's like
because the women who are considered most feminine right now are all Black women.
Yeah,
a lot of them are all Black women.
I'm just telling you what I'm hearing from these Uncle Toms.
Okay, yeah, well, I'm just
the ones who say they don't want.
Beyonce is the queen of femininity. That I mean, and people don't want to acknowledge it, but Kim Kardashian is a woman of color. You can say she's not, but she is.
She's Caucasian.
No, she's not.
Her family's from the Middle East.
Listen, I've spoken to several Armenians. It could go up in the air.
Okay.
Some identify as Middle Eastern, and some identify as
they colored.
Let me finish. Some identify as Caucasoids, like because they're closer to Russia, right? But here's the thing: I did do some research. Her mother is not Middle Eastern at all.
Right.
Her mother is 100% white. I think she's
Yeah, I don't know. I try not to.
What I'm saying is her kids, Beyonce, Halle Berry. There are a lot of women of color that are considered.
Halle Berry considered crazy as hell.
It doesn't matter what I'm talking about being feminine. I'm talking about
but you can be both. You can be
strong and feminine,
strong and masculine.
All of it. You can be.
I think Serena Williams is a beautiful woman. When you talk about strong and feminine, they go together. When you talk about women like Beyonce and Serena Williams, she's an athlete.
But we also get a bad rep when we're strong, because I remember in one instance with Serena Williams, she didn't like something that the judges did, and she went off about it. But then her white counterparts did the same exact thing, or the male white ones or whatever, and it's considered, they're just passionate about the game.
But that's what we have to deal with all the time. It's always, if I raise my voice, then I'm the angry Black female, where somebody else doesn't be like, they really are, they're, like you said, passionate about it. But that's going to be our lot in life forever. We always have to run faster, jump higher, be more cognizant of what we say, period.
Yeah, that's absolutely true. And also I realize that the strong comes into play is sometimes because you go through a generation of seeing your mother do things by herself, because certain family and households was hit hard by the welfare reform, also hit hard by the mass incarceration, hit hard by the crack epidemic. So women had to step up and become the man and woman in the relationship. And what happens? They teach their children that. They teach their daughters that. You see what I'm saying? So then it's a cycle of me not wanting to take no shit off somebody when you just really got to take a little shit off of some people,
and you'll take shit off of a white man at work, but won't come home and bring that shit home to a brother, and it's like, damn, I gotta deal with all this shit too. It's like, wait a minute, I think women get a bad rap. I think sisters get a bad rap when it comes to strength, and you know, when a white woman is strong and she's a bitch. You know, you think of strong women, you know, like, you know, Hillary Clinton had to be a strong woman, but people think she's a bitch.
Strong too.
You know, there's a difference. There's a difference between what you're talking about as strength. You know, what does strength mean?
So strong. I was like,
I'm gonna tell you, I don't need a sister to fight battles for me in the streets. That's another thing. It's like, you know, you if we going out somewhere and some shit jump off, I don't need no sister. Listen, mother,
First of all,
buddy, I done seen you.
You shouldn't be fighting anyway.
Yeah, I done seen you, buddy. Your knee done went out several times since I've known you. So you might need somebody to
You might need that backup.
You might need the backup.
No, I don't go out, so I don't have to worry about my knees.
Oh,
Okay,
Lord, now he don't go out because he done forgot his plans.
That's right. If we going out, we going somewhere where it's a classy joint. I shouldn't have to fight.
But I think we're talking about different types of strength.
Exactly.
Because it's not, being a strong woman doesn't mean that you benching 350. That's not what we're talking about. It's being emotionally strong, and women have to be, because men are not emotionally strong. So we have to take all that. Men will have something go on, and then they gotta go to their back cave for the next 6 months. They still mad about the bitch who cheated on them in the 4th grade. Where we have to take all of that.
And treat the rest of women bad because of it.
And we have to take all of that.
Really? That's where we going?
Yeah, that's where
I'm gonna defend the testosterone here for the rest of the testosterone.
But
in
we
the
have
world.
to take all of that in, just take it, and then still supposed to be your peace. But we taking in all of that.
We taking in peace, dick, everything. I'm tired.
Hey, well, I'm tired of being. You know, I can tell you there's a lot of stuff you got to deal with from the dick that was before me. There's a whole lot of stress that comes with.
Yeah, you're
okay,
right.
that dick that tricked you and took your car and drove that other bitch around. I didn't have nothing to do with that.
Well, you look like them.
And again, that comes back from, you know, that again is part of the how we were raised thing. Because, you know, I think sometimes moms put that on sons sometimes. You know, it's like, you just like your daddy. No, I'm not. I can't. How am I going to be like my daddy?
And I don't know.
And I don't even know.
I don't even know how he looks.
He
look like me.
That also goes both ways, though. Like, we are.
But sometimes you can't have your parents' genetics, though.
They're true. But we are the sum of our experiences.
Yeah, exactly.
So everybody does that. There's plenty of dudes who talk crazy to me because of the crazy bitch that they were with before me.
Right.
Me.
I'm like, I am. Yep.
I'm sorry.
Daphnique don't fuck up all my relationships.
Sorry,
I've been taking her leftovers, and they are
scarred. I'm so sorry.
These men are broken.
I'm trying to be a better person.
That's my one criteria. Have you dated Daphnique? No? Okay, come on in.
You all right. You're not broken.
They are really torn and beat down, I'm sure. And then they come in
looking dejected and
homeless.
Life is so bad.
You go to give them a hug, they jumping. I'm not gonna hit you, baby.
Yeah,
I'm not. I promise you, I'm
will, and I did. I did it. Okay, so this guy wrote on Twitter, Zuby, Z-U-B-Y Music. He said, men are not intimidated by strong women, but far too many women believe that being aggressive, rude, and generally unpleasant makes them strong.
Exactly.
No, it makes you insufferable. It's not that we can't handle you, but that we'll prefer not to in light of better options.
Thank you. I agree with
but
that.
What if that's just
a bullshit to me?
What if that's just a rude bitch? Because me personally, I would consider myself a strong, independent person. I'm independent because I have to be.
But I've never seen you rude.
Right. Like, you can still have...
What?
Oh, well, maybe I don't know Vanessa because Buddy done seen some shit.
Buddy
saying that you scarred your own relationship. That's what it sound like to me.
Not my relationships, my friends. Well, we fucking, I'm nice.
That's what people don't understand. It's because people don't understand is that when I'm in a relationship with you, I'm nice to you.
Yes.
I want to cuddle. I want to be nice. I want to have fun. I want to not argue. But when you my friends or people around me and your ass doing stupid shit, of course you're going to be like, that bitch is crazy.
Listen to comedians anyway because that's what they do. They spend all their time talking shit.
But you ain't never loved me.
Anywho, you can have manners.
I can't because you're going to be stealing my jokes.
Oh.
I know, but mine are good.
So you saying my
I said I could never date a comic because you be stealing
he
my
said
jokes.
you. Didn't he say
Both.
you as in me?
Both of you. You said I never loved
Now
you.
he trying to make it to both of us. We stealing
We
his
stealing
jokes?
your jokes?
No.
What
See
am I
how
gonna do? Hey, you
sensitive
ever had a
got? See how we
prostate
get sick?
exam?
No.
Like, what the? If it's something like that, you ain't had no prostate exam.
I'm confused.
I'm very confused.
Yeah, what I said
Correct
was,
that, because that's
she
why
said-
your ass be in trouble and you're single now. Go ahead.
Okay, what she said was, I can't. You don't.
What
get
did he
comments.
say?
No, she said, calm your
See, when they start
calm your
whispering,
tone,
yeah, you
calm
got to
your
calm
tone.
your tone.
Calm your
We
tone.
calm.
Okay, all right.
I'm just trying to figure out what you
Well,
said.
that word was insufferable. Listen, what I'm trying to is,
I am very pleasant.
I'm trying to say that when she made the comment that's why you don't date comics because they be acting a fool. That's what she said.
No,
And you said you,
And I
as
said-
in to me.
No,
'cause
I
was the
meant
last
you.
person
I
to
meant the
talk.
general you. Okay,
You was
I meant
in
the
plural.
general you.
Now
and
you
what
was
I
in
was saying,
Daphnique.
I never date a comic, and I was saying I wouldn't date comics either because they will be stealing your jokes. And I didn't mean you and her.
Well, here's the thing. I wasn't saying. I mean, dating.
Jeez.
I wasn't saying not to
I
date.
took
Hold
this
on.
personal.
Hold on, buddy. Because I wasn't saying not to fuck with comics. I'm saying you can't talk to comedians about when I said I'm not rude, and then you said shit. You can't be the one to make. You can't be the one to say that because we're all rude in our community because we sit around and we talk shit. But people outside of comedians aren't going to describe me as being rude.
I believe.
It's a culture that we have in our group, so you're not the barometer for my niceties.
Well, and we ain't fucking, so I don't care.
100%.
Does it work?
Not that you ain't tried.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
He hasn't. I'm lying.
Okay, we're gonna break this down.
Thank
By
you.
far,
He
too
has not
many
tried.
women.
At all.
But if I said come get this pussy, he would.
I don't think he was scared. He would ask me to use my bed, and I was like, "No, buddy. I think y'all should go back to your place because I don't want your juices on my bed."
Okay. Yeah.
But we gonna break this down. But far too many women believe that being aggressive, rude, and generally unpleasant make them strong.
Exactly.
I don't see too many people that are just bitches or being rude thinking they're strong women. A strong woman is more so actions and not, I guess, being aggressive is an action.
Okay, let's define define strength. Define strong.
What is your
What
definition
you two
of a
women?
strong
I want to
woman?
hear what you two women think is being strong.
Yeah, let's go one by
let's
one.
do that.
Vanessa,
Do that.
describe that first so I can steal it.
For me, it's basically just not taking care of yourself, but being able to handle all the troubles without cracking, without being a bitch, without being aggressive or rude, and without putting your stuff onto other people. That's strength for me personally. So that's why when you're saying fighting in the street, that's not it. The fact that I can get up every day and not cry myself to sleep at night, that's what strength is for me. That I'm not cussing people out in the street because of things that are happening in my life, and I'm able to, excuse me, be strong and take care of all that shit while still functioning.
Yes, I agree. And I say what's strong for me is that when I'm able to actually, wake up every day, not depend on anyone, depend on myself, run my own type of like business. Because even with shooting sketches and stuff like that and doing comedy and traveling and stuff like that, you are your own business. So you, in a sense, you have to be strong because I've been around women who can't manage without the support of a man. I love a man and I want a man. If anybody's watching, please DM me. Okay. But what I'm saying is that until you come, I'm going to have to be strong. That's what I'm saying.
Ain't none of y'all said none of, you know what? All of that stuff is.
So what's your definition of a strong woman then, buddy? Since you the man of all answers.
Listen.
I mean, I know you used to walk the walk with Jesus, so tell us.
Listen,
Yes.
what I want to say is
Yes, Lord.
the things and the attributes that you all have just described are things that are sort of they're not sort of like real tangible things, and they're personal things that you do on your own. When you're talking about strength in a relationship, you're talking about things that a woman, I think there are things that you should do in the relationship. They should be tangible things that show strength. Strength is a tangible thing. You can see it and you can feel it. And I think sometimes you have to find a woman. I think strength comes in. Exactly, there are some things that managing your time is definitely a strength thing. Not allowing your emotions to always rule the situation. Sometimes it takes a step back to go, hey, you know what?
Yeah, I slept with you and I ain't gonna call you tomorrow. Go ahead.
See, again.
That's strong.
Because
I don't want to call.
I know you do.
Every person I meet is a new relationship.
Especially if you
And the
put
love
that
of
D
my
down.
life.
Especially if you put that D down strong. You gonna want to call.
And if you take me out to eat and put the D down.
What is happening right now?
I'm sorry. No,
That's where she went.
What is
Okay,
happening?
she went to.
but when you don't call me no more, I gotta be strong.
Listen, I'm telling you,
Oh,
there are a lot
Lord.
of things. I think strength in a relationship and strength to some men with one woman is different from another. You
I don't think
But-
nobody knows
but-
what the hell strength
Yeah,
means.
buddy, say
No.
what you keep saying. What strength isn't? Say
No.
what it is.
Say what it is. He don't know.
For me, it
But
might
has
be different.
anybody ever hit
So
you?
say it. That's we asking you what strength is for you.
For me,
Yes.
strength, and I said this before, I said strength to me is being able to take care of me as a man in a relationship. There are things that I want my woman to do for me. And some of those things are not necessarily like going to take care of your job and that's not
So giving head for 2 hours, that makes you strong.
That might
I
be.
ain't doing it.
That might be
2 hours,
2
though?
hours is a long
That's
time.
aggressive.
I don't know if I want.
I
don't know
think
if I want
Sabrina
you.
in her book
I don't
said
know
she
if I
was doing
want
it
you
to her
start-
nose
I don't
land.
know
So
if I-
I'm like, what
Hey,
is going on out here?
First of all,
These
the
hoes,
rawness
that's why
of
they
that,
winning.
the
I ain't got
rawness of
time.
that thought is 2 hours. No, you gotta
It's not
stop.
just think
What
about it
grown
when
people
you
are
sit.
trying to give head for 2 hours? I got
And
shit
I don't
going
have
on.
to-
Exactly.
I got plans.
Yeah,
I got goals.
And if you-
it
and
just
if-
reminds me of when you in the tub too long and your skin started to get a little soggy. Ain't
And
nobody-
I think your head skills are bad if you gotta do it for 2
Yeah.
hours.
You are piss poor
You
head
are
provider
terrible.
now.
It's bad.
It's bad.
That's
you,
awful.
You are disgusting.
That's when you got to tap her on the top of her head. Like
Your
that's
mouth
enough.
is
Jeez.
loose.
That's
Your
enough.
mouth is
Your mouth
loose.
game is trash.
Jaws don't have no strength in them. They just loose. It's just like throwing a hot dog down your jaw.
2 hours.
That makes sense.
Wow.
Yes.
Mm-mm.
No, we
Look,
go.
you know what? I think for me personally, there strength has a lot of different things in it. Within the confines of a relationship, there's sexual strength, there's mental strength, there's emotional strength. Those things all play together. When I'm talking about just the ability to coexist with a person is a sign of strength. You got to be able to coexist with somebody. And I think sometimes people who are in relationships, especially nowadays, we've become so independent as people that it's hard to learn how to coexist. I was listening to there's an article that was in Gwyneth Paltrow and her husband live in 2 separate houses to try to coexist in their marriage. I'm like, that's kind of interesting and weird.
That's in Hollywood.
But I'm just saying that's how they felt. That's how they felt they need to coexist separately, but exist together, and that's weird.
That sounds like somebody got a boyfriend.
That's what I said. That's a side piece dream to me.
I think that being a strong woman is to be able to successfully coexist without a man. And when that man comes back in your life, you don't know how to coexist with him.
Well, I don't know what the fuck that just meant, but you may want
Yeah,
to repeat that. You kind of said that's just
Strong women usually have the ideology that I don't need a man. I can do
Yes.
it without a man. I'm strong. Through past experiences, childhood experiences, or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And then they adapt that mentality and it hardens and bitters them so that when a man comes in their life, they don't know how to coexist with a man.
And
I
that's
think that's
the
what a
strength
strong
is.
woman is. But some men just see the strong women and assume that you're going to not be able to coexist with them. And like you said, be feminine with them and love them and treat it different than what you treat a business relationship or friendship
So let me ask
relationships
you,
with
can I
them.
ask you a question?
So I
Can I ask
guess
you a
you
question?
just gonna
I'm sorry.
interrupt me. But
Excuse
go
me. I'm
ahead.
sorry.
Go ahead. We're gonna get your question out.
I'm sorry.
It probably ain't
That
that
was
good, but let's go. Let's
What's
talk
the
about
Who
it.
was the stronger?
What is it?
Okay. Who was the stronger woman? Beyonce for not whooping Jay-Z's ass in the elevator, or Solange for kicking his ass?
Solange.
Beyonce.
Okay. See, that's
But-
what I'm saying. See how y'all have two different opinions.
Because it's not physical strength, but everybody, we said that before. That's why we each answered what we believe strong
Yeah, I would
was.
say,
Because
yeah,
all
Beyonce.
that aggressive and whatnot, that's not a strong
just
woman.
crazy.
That's you just a
That's a
bitch.
crazy
Or you
bitch.
crazy.
That's
period.
I
Being
would
strong
fight you
has
that way.
nothing to do with whoever yells the loudest. Being strong isn't being aggressive. Like there's strength, there's emotional strength, like you said, there's physical strength. But being able to move about in a way where everything doesn't rock you to the point where you have to do all that, that's strength for me.
And another thing I learned with a lot of men is that nowadays is that when you challenge their mediocrity, they see you and view you as too much of a strong woman, because I challenge you, because I say, hey, do you have a plan? Do you have goals? Do you have this? Do you have that? Just stop settling for less. Oh, you just trying to tell me what to do. You this, that. No, I'm trying to make us the next Jay-Z and Beyonce of the world.
Well,
Without the singing, because I can't sing and you can't rap. So stop chasing that rap career.
If I gotta sell one more CD out the back of this goddamn Honda.
Yeah, because people ain't even buying CDs no more. I told you to put your shit on iTunes, but you don't want to listen to me. Spotify, SoundCloud, something, sir. You're 40.
sometimes strength is quiet.
100%. That's what I
That's-
said.
Sometimes strength is like, hey, sometimes
Guess
strength
what?
is
I
letting
ain't
it
strong, fellas, so call me, because I ain't never gonna be quiet.
But that's what I said, buddy. We're saying the same thing.
go. I just think sometimes there's a when
But he
somebody
just wants you to
walks away-
not talk the rest of the podcast.
That's
strong.
apparently so.
Yeah, that's what's strong. He ain't gonna agree that you agreeing with
Right,
him.
we're saying
He
the
just
same
wants you to
thing.
be quiet.
All right.
I'm weak. Be strong, girl. Be strong. No, don't be strong. Don't let these niggas make you strong.
I'm gonna let her say her piece. Go ahead and say your piece. I want to make sure.
We're gonna move into the next topic.
Yeah, about that. Yeah, let's do that.
You know, I feel your heartbeat racing right now.
No, you're a strong black woman. Go on to the next.
No,
What is happening?
I'm transracial. I'm a strong white woman.
Oh, good Lord Jesus, we doing
I
this
am
now.
30% white for the record, and I need y'all to respect me as a strong white woman.
Okay, who will write a Yelp review on your ass.
Okay.
I don't need to curse at you. I would just write the review and have my whole family write the review, and I'll shut that place down, and I'll say it has roaches, and I'll call the fire marshal because there's too many people in here.
Hilarious. What's the next topic?
Next topic of the day. Science confirms that dogs can sense bad people. Buddy, how many dogs have you had that was
Hey, listen.
on your ass?
No, I can tell you this. My daughter's dog bit my ex-girlfriend, so I guess, yeah.
She was crazy?
Oh. She's a bad person.
Was
I know
she,
your ex-girlfriend. She ain't bad.
was she a bad person?
No,
It's
she
bitter.
wasn't. I know
Yeah,
her.
bitter. I just know the dog bitter. Just
She
out of
was
a
not
sudden.
a bad
Did you
person.
tell the dog? Yeah, because we know her.
Yes.
No, I didn't. The dog
She
was...
seemed cool as hell to me.
Yeah,
She was
well,
not a bad
But
person.
did you tell the dog to bite her,
Oh, of course
buddy?
not.
Did
No.
you initiate? Did you
No, no.
incite it?
He
I
put
didn't do
steak
anything.
juice on her leg.
I didn't. I listen. I'm gonna tell you. I have a
Or he
witness.
probably rubbed his booty hole
I have a witness.
and rubbed her
He just
leg, and the dog
Hey.
like,
gave her a massage
I'm just,
with bacon
I'm just
grease.
making a point that might be true. I'm making a point about the story about
You
know
ain't
the
gonna talk
story.
about her like this. She was not a bad person.
Hey,
Okay.
listen. Obviously, according to this article, it might be.
Buddy paid for one too many acting classes, and now she a bad person.
That part.
I'm agreeing with the article.
That's facts. Have you ever had an incident? Do you have pets?
I do not. I used
I
to have
don't
a dog.
either.
I used to, but then I got broke and I had to give her
Yeah,
away.
you can't have a pet and be broke.
Yeah.
Do you have
Little
pets
Jordan
No,
had
I
to
don't
go.
have pets anymore.
anymore?
No, I was watching it was really my daughter's dog. You know, I was watching the dog for a couple of days, and
Oh, okay, and he just bitter.
yeah, kind of bitter.
I have a fish. Does that count?
Does it bite people?
Yeah,
Does
exactly.
it sense bad auras? But I believe that this
Float around.
scientific thing could be true, because I think it's just about sensing bad auras.
I think everybody has intuition, whether it's
Yeah.
animals, humans, whatever. And so I believe that. I buy that.
I buy it too. And I think that people always want to say dogs. Humans have that too. You have intuition.
Yeah. And
senses.
some dogs are just assholes. Your daughter's dog could just be an asshole.
There's some people that make me feel uncomfortable. I'm just like, something not right.
There's a lot of people who I just don't rock with because of their energy. Like, they've never done anything to me. I don't have anything bad to say about them, but I'm like, you know what?
There's something about you.
Yeah, I'm gonna be over here.
Does that happen often?
Pardon me?
Does that happen often?
He said, does it happen often? Because it might not be him. It
might be
you.
the people.
Nope.
Your little bad aura might be.
Nope.
Oh, he got something against you.
Yes, he's real rude and aggressive right now. I
You're
think he is a strong black woman. He is insufferable.
You are insufferable. I like that word. You are aggressive.
He done said I'm rude.
I never said you were
it's
rude.
me with the energy.
You are rude and generally unpleasant. And you're strong. You are a strong black woman.
You better stand up for yourself.
But I identify as a man, so I guess that makes me different. That makes me one of those alphabets, right? That I'm.
Yeah, you're in the alphabet.
I'm an alphabet person. I don't know what it is, but
no.
On my inside, I'm a strong black woman. Is what you telling me.
But
I identify as a black man, right? What alphabet letter is that? Like,
I don't know.
I don't know.
We just added
BS.
BS. I'm a BS.
You're BS. That's your letter in the alphabet.
Black strong bitch.
Well, BSB. Take
What the
it.
hell?
I take it. I run with it.
I think today was a good topic. I feel like we all disagreed to agree. Buddy agreed but disagreed with you. Buddy became unpleasant, generally rude, and insufferable.
Mm-hmm.
Insufferable. That's a hard word.
Yeah,
but neither one of you are sleeping with me, so that means I can be that way with y'all because y'all are colleagues and.
Oh, so that was a callback. He tried. He's coming for you
all the time. All the time. I have done nothing.
I think he
over
loves
here
you.
minding my business.
He just said, "I love you." That's what it is.
I love you.
It's
I'm
just
over
love.
here minding my business.
I love the both of you.
If I had a dog in here right now, Buddy Lewis, it would bite
Bit
you.
up.
His
His
big
whole ankles
the
hurt.
old leg
I'd be
is
like,
torn
"Would
up.
you stop bleeding on my hardwood floor?"
Hey, you probably not. You told me you're not an animal person, and if you did have an animal, I can tell you probably have a cat.
Oh, so you trying to say I'm gonna be a lonely single bitch for the rest of my life?
I think because cats don't require a lot of attention. Oh, okay. I was trying to clean it up for him, but this is motherfucker right here.
That's old cat lady. That's cat lady D right
Right,
there.
when you at the nursing home and want somebody to come visit you because your nurse is beating you up and abusing you.
Cat lady D
And not washing your balls, and you need somebody to stop by, and because a strong black woman to get some shit done and get you moved to another facility. Don't you call me Buddy Lewis?
I won't.
Because I get it done.
You probably somewhere. Hey, listen. Don't worry. At that point, if I'm in a home like that, there will be some old chick probably trying to suck my dick for 2 hours.
With no teeth.
With no teeth.
You know what? It's crazy that you would say that because when I lived in South Florida, the nursing homes, it was an STD epidemic down there in South Florida.
No, it's everywhere. The highest amount of STDs over college campuses are old homes, old homes. They banging and don't care. They're like, hey, I'm 96 years old.
But how do you STDs
They got
really
polio or something. I don't know.
Just passing
Because they're just
scabies.
fucking.
Keep living. Y'all will get there. You'll find out how it works.
And then they don't care because it's like, what's gonorrhea? I've been through the war.
Keep living. Y'all, I'm
survived
sure you'll figure
all
it
my
out.
kids.
Yeah.
They're all dead.
If you live long enough, I guarantee you.
I don't want them old STDs.
I'm just saying, you'll figure out how it happens if you're in a home. Just keep living.
Well,
No,
tell
tell me,
us,
they have
because
nothing
you're
else
going to be
to
able to tell us next week.
Hey.
He got to get back. They got yachts here at 12:30.
Yeah, you exactly. And bingo. I got your bingo right here. Who needs who needs a Bengay put on? I'm rubbing Bengay on bad ankles.
Lord have mercy, Jesus.
Yes. Who need a bedpan check?
Who want that old ass
with
coochie?
you?
Do old coochies still lubricate?
I got something for it.
Oh, okay.
They just keep that KY in old folks.
Just because you old don't mean that you gotta shut down everything. Let them be out there.
I'm gonna take
what
the
they used to
temperature.
say is snow on the roof, but it's still a fire in the furnace.
There you go. Hey, I like that. I like that.
Yeah, that's
and
just...
hey, listen, they got a new Viagra. There's a new pill for women now. They got there's a
they
Viagra
told
pill.
you when you went to your
It's
appointment.
FTD just to prove the pill for women. They got to keep up with them blue pills.
I was just watching this lady on TV. She is 83.
Yeah,
and only messes with young dudes.
Oh, yeah, but
like
do you
she's
think
on
that's
Tinder.
real?
Yes.
Oh yeah, and
Yes.
she be wanting them to come over. I saw her too. I saw the documentary.
Yeah.
Zoinks.
Yeah, and she just be moving. She looks so creepy, like the Grim Reaper. Just like,
Listen, they be out here.
like if you have sex with her, she'll take your soul.
Like the human body is amazing. I don't think it shuts down at a certain age if you take care of it right.
Yeah, I guess that thing will work.
Yeah, right after bingo. Who wants pudding? Who wants tapioca? Oh, hey, listen, I just can't wait. That'd be so. Madam Tapioca is getting down.
You know what, buddy? You having too much fun, and I feel like your dick is getting hard on the chair, and I'm ready to go.
Hey, lift the
You gonna
table.
jack off to Eartha May?
Yeah.
Yo, turn up, buddy. Do what you gotta do.
Yeah.
Oh, he ain't done now.
Oh, yeah. Look
You know
at
good and hell well that table wouldn't go that high.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. He is having sex with my table right now, and I want to throw it away. Thank you very much for listening to My Logic. Again, we have Vanessa Graddick. What's up next for you, Vanessa, and where can they find you?
Vanessa Graddick on everything. What? Can I say my fucking?
Can she
I'll
say
tell
her?
y'all.
Yeah,
What's
you're the
wrong
only person
with
that do this.
I'm rude. What do you
are
expect?
Insufferable.
Insufferable.
And generally unpleasant.
Thank you. That's
And aggressive.
Yeah, that's right.
You are a strong black woman. Stop.
Can I?
Yeah. Vanessa, where can we find you?
I say, Buddy doesn't care about my career and doesn't want people to find me.
You got a job. Your career is going fine.
Can
You're
I?
working with the white people over there at
Buddy,
CBS.
can I get you to be quiet?
Can I?
Thank you.
Thank you. You can find me at Vanessa Graddick on everything. VANESSA GRADDICK across the board.
And what time will the show be airing on CBS?
2:00.
2 p.m. daily.
Yep.
Monday through Friday.
Yep.
Make sure y'all check it out.
Your
Tell me the
name
name
has-
again.
Vanessa Graddick.
Yep. And we got Leaving. Can't wait to put them out.
Sooner the better.
She got dick in her last name. I just thought about that.
Buddy just ain't gonna let them jokes stop on you, Vanessa.
Yes, because my name has been Graddick my entire life, and
She got
you
dick in-
and 12-year-olds across the land are cracking yourselves up right now.
right now.
All right, buddy. Tell us what you got coming up next and where can they
It ain't
find
no
you?
pussy.
You know what's coming up, Daphne. Yeah, pay this rent over here. Now, anyway. I'm
I
going to
think
do a
only
show.
one person
auto
up
pay.
here has shown why they're single.
I have auto pay, but go ahead.
Okay, hey.
But I can take it off and put your credit card information.
Thank
just
you.
Let me know.
Hey, just hey, I take all them Venmo. I take them all. Cash App. Get it cracker lacking. Buddy Lewis jokes across the board. Instagram, Twitter, and Daphnique helped me with my Facebook fan page. Thank you. She's an internet social media maven superstar. She helped me get my stuff together. So it's Buddy Lewis jokes across the board. I got a few things in the mix. Got a couple of projects coming up that I'm trying to keep on the DL. But
And thank you very much for listening to My Logic. I'm Daphnique Springs. Hey, make sure that you hit that subscribe button. Follow us, like us, download, ho. My Logic podcast, Daphnique Springs. Thank you. Bye. Buddy, I didn't think you was ever gonna stop talking, so I had to cut your ass off. You have to be cut off. You're done.
That's so.